Coming up on Good Day Saturday, heavy rain, thunderstorms, and that strong wind kicking off your weekend. It's a good time to stay in bed, eh? Watch some Good Day Saturday. Could snow be in the forecast too? Our very own meteorologist Mark Stroud breaks it all down in just a moment. Plus, we do have breaking news. High carbon monoxide levels lead to an evacuation in the South Shore neighborhood. I'll let you know what we know right now. Charges filed in the murder of a young woman who worked at a Joliet bar. The man's connection to the victim. Also, we do have a bombshell announcement this morning. A civil rights leader reveals his very own fight with Parkinson's disease. Good morning to you, and thank you so much for joining me. Good Day Saturday. I'm Jenny Milkowski. We are going to start off with some breaking news right now. This is high levels of carbon monoxide that prompted an evacuation at a 9-story apartment building. Happened early this morning in the South Shore neighborhood. Now, officials say a level 1 hazmat response was called in at about 3 this morning. They later upgraded that to a level 2 hazmat. High carbon monoxide levels prompting everyone in the building to be evacuated to the lobby. Luckily, nobody was hurt there. New from overnight, a car was stolen with a 1-year-old boy inside on the city's south side. Police say it happened a little after 1:30 this morning in the 9100 block of South State. They say a woman went to that area where her friend was involved in a crash. So the woman left her car running. She left her 1-year-old in the back seat there while she checked in on her friend. That's when police say a man jumped into the car, drove off. The car was found abandoned about 10 minutes later, luckily with the boy inside not hurt. So far, no one in custody. New this morning, 2 people were carjacked about a mile from each other within the same hour late last night. Police say the first happened in the Westtown neighborhood. That's where 2 armed men stole a car from a woman, sped off. They also took the victim's purse. Police say the other carjacking happened in the East Garfield Park neighborhood. Now in that one, 2 armed men ordered a man out of his car and then stole that car. Police are still looking for the suspects. Also new this morning, a Chicago police officer was hurt in a crash on the city's south side. It happened last night in the Chatham neighborhood. Police say the officer was on duty when another car hit her squad car. No one in that other car was hurt. Now to a break in the case in the murder of a Joliet bartender. The first charges have been filed. The man arrested, accused of covering up that crime. 24-year-old Katie Cairns, who you see there, found shot in the head inside her car on Thursday in a rural area of Kankakee County. Now Jeremy Boshears, pictured there, charged with a single count of concealing a homicidal death. Now, investigators say Cairns and Boshears, they met about a month ago, started dating at the beginning of this month.
It means for my family is just to pull together a little bit and to keep going. My sister would want us to keep going.
Boshears is being held on $250,000 bond. More charges are expected. An off-duty Chicago police officer recovering right now after being stabbed in the head by her very own son. Police are calling that a domestic incident. She was stabbed in the head while she was driving at 76 and Stony Island in the South Shore neighborhood. The officer's SUV slammed into the back of a school bus when that happened. Child on the bus taken to Jackson Park Hospital. He was complaining of a headache. The officer that was hurt went to Northwestern Hospital. A news alert from Chicago police right now about a string of robberies that happened in the Gold Coast. Police released these pictures of 4 suspects wanted in those attacks, so take a close look there. They say in each case the suspects punched or pushed the victims and then robbed them. There have been 3 attacks this month, all of those attacks happening in the early morning hours. We're going to take you now to Lake Forest. Police say a woman was approached by a robber with a knife. They say that woman repeatedly hit the robber in the head with her very own cell phone until he ran off. That happened in the 1000 block of Northwestern Avenue in Lake Forest yesterday. The robber, this is how he's described by police, a white man between 17 and 19 years old. He was wearing a dark hoodie, puffy winter jacket, and some dark cargo-style pants. An Elgin man arrested on child porn charges. 33-year-old Devin Moberg accused of soliciting videos of sex acts from 2 victims who were younger than 18. Police say he also sent those victims a video of himself engaged in a sex act. Moberg was in court yesterday. Judge set bond at $3 million. We do have a major announcement, a very sad one this morning from Reverend Jesse Jackson. He revealed he's been getting treatment for Parkinson's disease for the past 2 years. That's a degenerative brain condition. So far, no known cure for that. Our political editor, Mike Flannery, has more.
Allies of Reverend Jesse Jackson, who've worked with him here in Chicago, are pleased to hear that he plans to remain active. They think he may be the last of a certain sort of civil rights leader.
There will not be another Reverend Jesse Louis Jackson.
More details right now about an order of protection filed by actress, singer, native Chicagoan Jennifer Hudson against her former fiance. Jennifer Hudson and David Otunga, they just split up. Now, according to TMZ, Hudson is accusing the former wrestler of harassing her, threatening her. She says he once pushed her while they were inside their Burr Ridge home. Tribune says Burr Ridge police are investigating. Otunga's attorney says her client denies the accusations. Hudson and Otunga were together for 10 years. They've got an 8-year-old son together. There's apparently a rodent problem at a Southside school. Not something you want to hear so early in the morning, or really at all. Parents say baby rats turning up in the classroom at Mullison Elementary. Just wait for the video. Just wait. Here it comes. Some parents, there it is, keeping their kids home from school. Can you blame them? No. CPS says it's going to have someone out next week to deal with that pesky rat issue. Now, speaking of schools, there was a power outage at UIC last night. We got some cell phone footage from a student that was trapped in an elevator. That's scary. He was on his way to an exam. University put out an alert saying the outage was affecting several buildings that were on the East Campus there. Just shortly after they got the power back on, good news there. And plus, even more good news. According to that student's Facebook page, his exam was canceled because of the outage. So he had some more study time. I'm sure he was happy for that. Chicago Tribune is on the move this morning, leaving the building that bears its name. Early next year, Trib employees packing up, moving into new headquarters at the Prudential Building. Trib Tower has been home to the paper since 1925. Avon says this year's walk to end breast cancer will be their last one. Avon's held the 39 walk every year since 2003. That long weekend walk has raised well over $500 million for breast cancer research. Avon will unveil a new fundraising program sometime this spring. Hundreds of homeless veterans gathered at the Northwest Armory for a free meal ahead of Thanksgiving. They also got clothes and received medical and housing assistance. It's all part of the Veterans Stand Down event, which prepares homeless veterans for the winter. About 600 veterans showed up for that particular event. Chicago's Christmas tree all lit up, but some rain dampened some of last night's festivities. It was supposed to be about 30 minutes. Well, they had to break it down to 5. Still, that did not stop people from enjoying themselves, of course. Fox 32's Elizabeth Matthews takes us there.
We're just excited for Christmas, so we wanted to get into the Christmas mood.
The 62-foot tall Christmas tree is now lighting up Millennium Park and already spreading holiday cheer.
It's beautiful.
The holiday fun continues tonight. Close to 1 million people are expected to flood the Mag Mile for the Lights Festival. That kicks off at 5:30. A lot of street closures in the area, so please plan accordingly. So in just a couple days, holiday travel season is kicking off. This year it's going to be a record setter. It's expected to be the busiest Thanksgiving travel period in more than 12 years. Airports are always busy during Thanksgiving, but actually this year more people are driving. Nearly 46 million are going to take the car. We're being told that's the highest since 2005. Experts say people just have more money to spend this year, but sadly for them, they're going to need some of that dough to pay for those higher gas prices.
In the economy, corporate profits are strong, people are getting more take-home pay, consumer confidence is way up. It's really stunning to me is that this is happening.
And if you are driving specifically out of town, here's what you need to know. AAA says the busiest time to be on the road in Chicago will be this coming Tuesday between 5 and 6 p.m. The busiest spot, I-90 West, right at I-190. Of course, that's right by O'Hare Airport. Still ahead on Good Day Saturday, Ryan Seacrest making headlines this morning. YE Network is conducting an internal investigation. Also, an avocado toast ornament. I can't even say it because I'm just so taken aback by this. Taking the internet by storm. How much this holiday item will cost you.